Hello there, welcome to Home Mystics. Today I want to share some questions and some inspiration with you to help you unlock your home's potential. And this is one of those videos that you might want to watch over and over again a couple of times, or maybe even take notes, because once you've grasped what it is I'm trying to get across to you, you'll be good for a long time. We're going to be focusing on creating spaces in your home that make sense. So what I would like you to do, or the first thing I'd like you to do, is think about your why. Why would you like your home to look or function in a certain way? What is your motivation? What is the reason for you to want to make your home your favorite place? Asking this question will help you to have a clearer understanding of where we're heading to. So now, before we start figuring out the answer to this question, I'd like you to make sure you protect yourself from perfectionism, because by now we should all know that perfectionism can be the killer of most of our growth and our development, and your aim should be working towards an authentic home, a home that resonates with you and your current lifestyle, not your lifestyle when you were a teenager or the fantasy lifestyle that you have, but your current lifestyle. You'll be living life with honesty. That is fact. Understanding the why helps you to run your home with meaning. That means you'll be doing things that truly matter, and you will see how it automatically aligns with your values and your beliefs and the things that you stand for. When you are aligned, things don't seem forced, and you're balanced. Your home becomes pleasure and not a problem. You will start to see new opportunities instead of obstacles. And when you understand the role of your home, it gives you a clearer picture of how your home can meet your needs and the needs of your family members. So you should ask yourself, what emotions do you want to feel when you enter your home? What are the most important activities that you engage in at home? What kind of atmosphere or ambience do you want to create in your home? How do you want your home to reflect your personality and your values? These are the kinds of questions you need to ask in order to be able to understand how you should set up your environment to your advantage. By doing that, you're also letting other people that enter your home know what you're about and how you live. It is really important, because it's not only the clothes that we wear and the way that we talk that set boundaries, okay? You're setting limits at the same time. You're setting the tone. You're letting people know how they should treat you. And that's something, as I said, we fail to do a lot of times. Let's just say if you start dating, your space should be in order, because it will open doors to entertain a relationship, and your future partner will also notice what you're like and what you really are about. So don't underestimate the way that your space is set up, because it does send some kind of a message. We also need to understand that our space is the holder of our activities that happen in our lives, like throughout our lives, okay? The place where we should be able to count on, to be able to rely on when we want to regenerate, reboost ourselves, get energy and be productive, and of course to be lovable. So asking the right questions to find the right answers will help us to make things clearer. Like, what aspects of our current living situation do we love and want to maintain? Or what aspects of your current living situation do you dislike or you want to change? Or how can you make your home support your physical and mental well-being? How can you incorporate your hobbies or interests into your design or your layout? How can you create a space that fosters creativity, relaxation, and productivity? It is really important to know what you want your space to do for you, okay? And how you want your space to make you feel. Are you an emotional person? Are you someone who puts a lot of emphasis on security and safety? Well, if that's the case, then set up your home in a way that it helps you with that. Set up your home with that in mind. Are you someone who focuses on wealth and finances? Then, set up your home to help you to be more productive. So you'll be able to get the finances coming in. Your answers will give you a kind of like a guide towards making a home that supports you in being a better version of yourself. Important questions like, what message do I want to pass on to my children? Do you have particular values? Do you want to emphasize on certain aspects of your life, traditions or religion? What character do you want your space to play? As I said, these answers will help you shape your world and shape that of your family and make your life so much easier. And once you've defined all that, you'll begin to notice what character, what look, what function each space in your home should have. You'll be able to define the activities that are supposed to take place in these areas. And as a result of this, you'll become more clearer in your actions, and it will become easier to set up. Once you start getting into it, then you should be asking yourself what your storage needs are. How can you optimize your space to meet them? What kind of natural light or views do you want your living space to have? How do you want to incorporate nature into your home, for example, with plants, or bringing the outdoors in your living space? How can you make your home more functional, organized for your daily routines? So, answering all these questions are just really going to help you get things clear. It is going to guide you in maintaining the health and the cleanliness and the neatness of your space. And when you have all that defined, you know what activities to take place in certain areas, it will make it so much more easier. All these things do make a difference in the quality of your life. Although we try to argue and deny it a lot of times, they make a difference in the way that we maintain our space as well. You can go even deeper and ask yourselves questions like, how can I create a sense of privacy and personal retreat in my home? How can you make your home a place where you feel safe and secure and nurtured? How can you make your home more comfortable and inviting for guests? And then you've got to think, what are your priorities when it comes to maintenance and upkeep? Because you don't want to start something that you're going to end up regretting, something that's going to be like a punishment where you spend all your free time cleaning and sorting up. So you've got to be realistic when you're answering these questions, okay? So whether it's a small one-bedroom apartment or a big house, you are still able to make your home a home that makes you become the best person that you are, one that makes you happy and not frustrated, one that does not swallow your time and swallow your finances, and one that allows you, one that makes you want to have company over, one that helps you to love and do all kinds of stuff. That's the home that I'm talking about. And it does not matter the size or whether you have your finances to do certain things or not. You can still make your space your biggest supporter. Again, I always say your aim should be to create the most authentic version of your home, not a copy of someone else's home, because that's somebody else's home and it does not belong to you. Create yours. You're going to love it. You are going to love it. These questions will help you, will guide you in understanding your personal preferences and goals for your home. Take the time to reflect on them and use the answers to shape your decisions and your actions in creating a space that really feels like home to you. Thanks for watching, and remember, an organized home is a happy home. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you. See you next time.